I just want to say thank you.
On Zoom at the gym.
Oh wow!
and I'm trying to sound like I'm not heavy
actively
breathing
getting
in
my hair done, sitting on Zoom calls for hours.
Because I'm excited to hear Yes It Is. Yes. Thank you, Leon Thomas, for making Yes It Is. I'm very excited. I hope, I'm going to sing it with you in the audience, on the stage, wherever it is. She's going to be the loudest one in there. Yes, I will be. God bless America. Yes, immaculate. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Beyond.The.Mic Entertainment Edition on this Tuesday night. I'm Jade Bramwell.
I'm Elissa Johnson.
And we're here with two special guests today to honestly talk about all the vibes that are going on this campus, because most importantly, we have some stuff going on.
Yes, we
and
do.
Honestly, I'm excited because, honestly, Black people, we're doing very well. I have no complaints. We're here with...
I'm Sydney. And I'm Noa.
Yeah, and we're here to talk to them today about something very exciting taking place on our campus next week on March 25th. So, honestly, guys, we're just going to go get down into it. It's just a very calm, cool conversation about what's taking place on our campus. There's been a lot of controversy about how Penn State has that much diversity going on within our campus, whether it be music artists coming, actual performers on our campus. But Penn State's trying to change that, and we have a very special guest coming, and that would be the one and only Leon Thomas. Leon Thomas will be here on March 25th. So we're here to talk about what the Student Advisory Board is, what they do, and what goals and honestly progressive moves they're trying to make on this campus. So honestly, I think the first question that I have for you guys is, what are your roles with the arts and engagement as an assistant, and what ways do you feel like students can bring a stronger sense of belonging to performing arts on this campus? Which one of you guys want to go?
You can go first.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Okay, great. So we're both arts engagement assistants, and so we work within the engagement department. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of our role involves basically just doing a lot of the groundwork as far as listening to what the students want to see, what they want to hear, what type of representation they need to have on this campus. And so a lot of that also translates to us specifically reaching out to these artists and their teams and figuring out, okay, who is who's popping right now? Who do we want to see? And so yeah, it's just about making sure that we're being in tune with the student community and making sure that we're reaching all communities and making sure that our the artists that we bring in and the performances that we have at the center, that they just reflect a holistic view.
I think that's really impactful because being here, I'm a senior myself, and I think seeing representation through artists has been really big. It's especially in today's age, music is huge, and I think R&B and neo soul has making a comeback. So when it comes to the decision process, what goes on in the room, can you share a little bit of detail with us in that sense? A little bit, not too much now, not too much. What you can share goes in the conversations. I think
the conversations can be very involved. There's definitely a multitude of them that goes on because there are different departments within the center. There's a lot of communication going on between all the different departments. And so for this specific event, because it's a student curated event, that's where we did a lot of the heavy lifting in the beginning, as far as reaching out to artists, seeing who's available, seeing who's within our budget, and then as time went on, marketing started to help us, and then tech, and figuring out the more logistical side when it came to okay, now that they're coming, let's figure out a plan.
Yeah. And a lot of that comes with how diverse we all are as AEAs. We all come from different walks, so within our own conversations as AEAs, a lot of it is us bringing to the table artists that we listen to, and we all have such a wide range of music interests. And so even in those conversations, they get not heated, but we're all very passionate about our artists. And so a lot of it is just trying to convince other people that we should push for this artist over another. So I think that also helps kind of diversify the conversations that are happening, because we're bringing, like, I hear about artists that I've never heard about, and then we send like links to their songs and stuff, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
So,
And I think that like having it in a space where maybe it's a little bit more intimate with it being in Eisenhower, because on our campus at Penn State, Eisenhower Auditorium is normally used for like jazz concerts and much more like, I can honestly say very refined events. But I think a question that I have is, what is a way that you guys are kind of trying to diversify that? And why do you feel it might be a better thing for students that want to come onto campus and be in a different space to hear that type of music instead of maybe going to the BJC or even seeing somebody like Luke Combs inside of, you know, our stadium?
I think that it being in Eisenhower kind of brings a different experience, because the BJC is very like, you know, concert arena, so it kind of has an energy of any other concert arena, but Eisenhower is a formal, you know, performance playhouse. You know, we have ushers who sit in the chairs, and I also work in the front of house, and I've had that job since freshman year, and we used to have like uniforms, and so it's kind of just a different vibe, and it feels a little more
Personal.
put together and, you know, more of a show rather than just going to a concert. And a lot of the time I kind of see the same crowds filtering in, like every single show, everyone kind of looks the same, and it's not really students. There's a lot of classes on campus that have, you know, in the assignments that you have to go to shows, but if there isn't like a show for a class going on, I don't see any students ever, or I see like the same 3 students who are just really passionate about opera or jazz or something. So that's why I think it's important that we try to bring people like Leon to Eisenhower, because I feel like it would just bring a whole new crowd of people that don't ever really come to Eisenhower. And knowing how students are, if there's not really a reason they're not going to go, our time is really valuable and everyone's really busy, and, you know, the price aspect is not free often. So, you know, we have to give them a reason to come, and that comes with bringing people that students want to see, and that's not, you know, a jazz person that only adults know.
I like how you like touched on like the price aspect. Like the tickets are really cheap. Like this is really interesting. Like when you see big artists like hundreds, 200, 300, like it's like $10 for students. Like how do you feel about that in a sense?
I think that it's really great that they have this initiative to make tickets more accessible for students. Like we're all college students, and like I'm broke, like, and I know, I know that, like, other people can, other students can sympathize with that. And so,
you know,
but yeah, it's really just about like, that's kind of like how I've been like phrasing it to like, you know, students who ask us like, when is the next time you're going to see Leon Thomas for $10?
Yes.
Right.
Like he's coming out with his deluxe, like
In State College,
and
Pennsylvania.
State College, because the last time I saw him was Howard. Okay, there you go. It's a very different vibe, you know? And I think even too, like kind of like merging that gap between, eventually there will be students that feel inclined to like want to go. I know like Samara Joy was in Eisenhower, and other like diverse artists or even plays that come on campus. Like these are things that students might not understand are at their wherewithal to come to and have that type of attachment, but they might not know that they're there for you. So how do you feel an event like this can market other events that the school does have and put on for students or just local community members that deserve to see it on their dime, honestly?
I think it kind of creates a reputation among students. I know that within the community, I always see regulars come in for the same shows, and they always call the ticket center for this, like tickets for like the same shows always. And I can see that they've been to like a million shows at Eisenhower. And so I think that they have a really big reputation with the greater State College community. But I think that having artists like Leon would make people be like, well, like, we check to see who's coming with SPA. We check to see who's coming at the BJC. Now Eisenhower is in the loop of, ooh, let's see who's coming when. And I think that, you know, bringing artists like this will kind of build that community of students that are always looking for the next fun thing to come to at Eisenhower, like they do with other orgs in the BJC.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think it's like really impactful, especially in this day and age, because like a lot of people are heated about the music industry, and I think on a school and a campus like this, especially like with DI initiatives and everything, I think it's very important to have that representation here for our students, and also like bring awareness to the Center of Performing Arts. Like they post a lot of shows year round. Not a lot of people know about it. It's like maybe this time, even though like we're graduating, like maybe in the future you have more representation, more like underground artists to come here, maybe like popping artists. And honestly, I'm really excited for next week.
Yeah.
Like, thank you so much. Like, thank you. Like, I don't.
Yes,
Oh my
no, like
God.
this is something
Thank
where like
you. Like,
all of us are
oh,
excited.
yes.
I think like a question that we had is like how obviously
How?
you can't get into the process of like
Yes.
deciding to bring an artist like this to campus, but like he is one that is very tangible,
Yes.
and one that is worth a lot right now. So like when you're deciding to bring somebody like that to this campus, like obviously like you said, you have those back and forth conversations with faculty and staff, but how do you get someone, or what have you learned from that negotiating to even like deal with management teams and all those things, even as students, because now that's helping you in the long run with postgraduate education, honestly. Like what have you guys taken away from this experience and being able to communicate with teams and everything?
Definitely the importance of like staying in the loop and making sure that there's no miscommunication. I definitely feel like we've learned a lot as far as patience and really just making sure that our voices are being heard. It's definitely been like an experience that I feel has been kind of like a I've felt like a variety of feelings, but overall I've gained a lot of knowledge, and I feel as if I've definitely taken away like some skills that are going to be useful in the future when it comes to now like bringing in more artists like Leon Thomas. Like I have no doubt that this is going to be a success. And
For
so,
sure. For sure.
yes, and so it's just like, and now with us having been able to do this, like the AEAs like really like fighting for him to come, I feel as if like once this is a success, like it'll set that precedent. Like, okay, like they know what to do. Like they know, like, you know, the stuff they need to know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I also think persistence and just making sure that we do a lot of due diligence, because a lot of times with these artists, they're all under the same management. And so we realized very quickly that, because we usually make a list of, you know, who we want to bring, and then we put contact information, and a lot of the times multiple artists are under the same management. And so very quickly we realized one person should send one email inquiring about the artists that are under that management, rather than me sending an email about one artist, her sending an email, and we're both from the same organization, and this is
Right.
going to the same person, because why, it just seems like we're a little disorganized. So I think that that's something that we learned really quickly, because you know, these are the big leagues, and so they don't want to waste time with an organization that doesn't seem organized, and just even reaching out to ask about how much are they booking for, stuff like that. So I think that that's kind of the first thing I realized really quickly, was we have to appear organized together, even though we're all asking about, you know, different artists.
I think one thing for Sarah, like, give yourself the flowers. Like, y'all, I'm being so for real. Like, doing something like this, to post something like at this length is amazing. Like, not a lot of people can say they've done this, put that on a resume. Like, you could speak out this out loud, and just being able to, like, I don't know how to say it, but like, how do you say it? Like, conceptualize.
And continue to bring
Yes.
that onto this campus,
Yeah,
because I feel like
really
that's
impactful.
key.
Like, not a lot
Yeah.
of people can do it. Like, don't down yourself. I'm being so for real. Like,
Yeah.
to say I got
No.
Leon Thomas to come here is crazy. I'm not sure like how many months and like
Like,
vouching you were doing, but
yeah.
like I just want to say like thank you.
On
Like,
Zoom
you-
at the gym.
Oh wow.
And I'm trying
They
to
were on
sound
it.
like I'm not heavy
Actively
breathing
getting
in
my hair
AirPods.
done, like sitting on Zoom
Yeah.
calls
You
for
have to do what
hours.
you guys do.
Right.
We're gonna enjoy our time.
That's
It's
what I'm
just-
saying.
Yeah, but like don't undermine your gift. I'm
Yeah.
being so- as a Black woman, please do not.
Yeah.
Please do
I
not.
think honestly one of the last questions I have is, what is your favorite Leon Thomas song, or what are you excited for him to sing? Because I'm excited to hear Yes It Is. Thank you, Leon Thomas, for making Yes It Is. I'm very excited. I hope, you know, I'm going to sing it with you in the audience, on the stage, wherever
gonna be
it
the
is.
loudest one in
Yes,
there.
I will
You
be.
hear
God
it.
bless
She gonna be the
America.
loudest
Yes, immaculate. What is your favorite song, Elissa?
That's hard.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it classic. Love Jones.
Right.
Love Jones.
Right.
I love. Oh my God. When I first, I'm like, oh my God. Yes.
That's just real music.
Yes. It's
Exactly.
real. It's real.
Yes. What about you guys?
Mine has to be Breaking Point.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very
That's
beautiful.
me and my
That gets
man's
my
favorite
feels.
song.
With Victoria Monet in it. Victoria,
Yes.
the remix with Victoria.
Yes.
You
Or
know
the
what?
original.
I don't think I've heard the remix with Victoria.
You got the famous with Victoria Monet. Well, yes. Well, yes. That's all
What
that's.
about you?
Honestly, I have to say Mutt because I hyperfixate on songs like it's no one's business. Like my Apple Music replay is embarrassing because it'll be one song that did not really deserve the replays, but for some reason I was just locked in on it. That song, and it's also I hear it everywhere.
Yes.
I've just been locked in on that all the time. My mom was sick. She was like, "Do you have any other songs on your playlist?"
Bro.
No, thank you. I don't.
But
actually.
honestly, he's written so many songs that like we even like don't even understand. So like if you have the time as a watcher and a viewer and a listener, please go listen to Leon Tomic's music. And even if I know Apple Music does have this, but Spotify as well, you can also look at what music he's produced and written. And it's a lot of your favorite songs. So like please support Black artists, please support Black students. Come to things like this because having arts on our campus is such an important thing. Things are changing every day as we know it. Our university is changing every day as we know it. And the support and the care that students on this campus have to continue to make this school better and faculty will continue to have is very, very key, very, very important. So that's all I can really say. We're very, very excited for Leon Thomas to be here on March 25th at Eisenhower Auditorium. I believe it's at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Yes, it's late. I don't care. I'm going to be there. 8:30, even better. 8:30. Perfect. You can do what you need to do. I'm not going to say what you're going to do before that, but I know what I'm going to do during. And that's a beautiful experience. But I am so excited. Thank you so much, guys, for being here.
Thank you.
Yes, we are so excited. Keep a lookout for all things Beyond the Mic entertainment and just all things Beyond the Mic, period. We'll see y'all later. And, lock in with us as per usual. Bye, guys.
Drop your Instagrams.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Mine is Noah, NOA_Harlow.
And mine is Sydney Auchinloye. So Sydney, like Australia. And then my
Right.
last name is OSINLOYE.
Exactly.
Oh, should we tag also like PSU presents?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And
Oh,
at
okay.
PSU Presents, too.
Yes.
Yes, go follow them as well. And just follow Penn State, because we are.
Right.
Yeah. Wrap it up. But yeah, that's all. We're very excited. Have fun, guys. And we'll see you guys on March 25th. Yay!